Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and I have a really nice brass lock here to pick today. This is a 60mm Ikon padlock. I don't know the model number, but it's a very nice and quite chunky piece of brass. If you notice the maker's mark here, it says ZI. That's because these Ikon locks used to be made by Zeiss. So this would be Zeiss Ikon, I think. I don't know what happened, but whether the company even still exists. But I know that these are Ikon locks, not Zeiss locks anymore. So maybe there's a split in the company, or they sold part of their manufacturing capability off. I'm not so sure. If you do know, please comment below. I'd like to know a little bit more. Other than that, standard kind of double paw locking mechanism. It's got a mildly sprung core. You can see the key turning back, and the key is for 5 pins. Reasonable bitting, quite a lot of highs at the front and not so much at the back. This is going to be susceptible to a shim attack, though. The tolerances are a little bit sloppy around the core. Interesting thing about this lock is the way, if you actually look at the key pins here, is they rest on the bottom piece of warding, and that makes access to the pins actually quite difficult. With the sprung core and the slight lack of access, I'd say this is a reasonably challenging pick, even with the bitting, which isn't massively challenging in itself. So let's have a go at picking it. I'm going to use my Southward Max because it's 23 thousandths, it's a bit thinner, quite a thin shank, and quite comfortable to hold as well, and my slimmed down Southward tension wrench in at the bottom to provide a bit of tension there. Okay, so I'm going to put light to medium tension on this core, and we're going to have a go at picking it. Getting under the pins actually in this is hard. The pick actually wants to twist this way, which is actually completely the opposite way to where it wants to go. I've got to get the pick at this sort of angle here to get up through this warding, but the way the pins are, it does pose a few challenges. So the first part is getting into in at the back around the warding with my pick. I think we're about there, almost. Like I said, the hardest bit for me is actually getting under the pins and the pick in the right orientation to actually pick things. Even a shallow hook like this is hard. Okay, I think we're there. So 5, little click, 4, 3, 2. Oh, and a bit of counter rotation, and on pin 1. And that's set. I think pin 1 must have been a very shallow spool. Okay, let's go in again. Let's see if we can get under the pins. Okay, so 5, little counter rotation on 4. Definitely a spool here. There we go. 4. 3, 2, and 1 is set, I think. Yeah. So what's holding us back? Let's have a look at the back again. Okay, counter rotation on 5 now, and we're open. Okay, so interesting pick, this one, just because the core itself is sprung, and those pins rest so low on here. Very long key pins in this lock. Interesting pick, and like I said, even with a 23 thousandths of an inch slim pick like this, getting under those pins is just a real pain, but you can get there. I think with slightly more challenging bitting with some lower pins, that might, especially if we had some really low, then really high, then really low, that might have been a real struggle. So nice lock, this Ikon 60mm padlock. If you know anything more about these locks, then please comment below. And like I said, really quite nice pick, this one. See you next time.